Potato chips and French fries and chips, as they call them in the UK, they're not carbs. They are not carbohydrates. They are altered, unnatural states of really just they're living things in nature that have been put into an unnatural situation, pretty much. Potatoes are carbohydrates. But I don't believe that you should, like, if you say that you eat, like, French fries every day, let's just say that there was a French fry diet, and you eat French fries every day, and that's all you eat, and maybe you get your vitamins from somewhere else. You're not eating a high-carb diet. Because in order to make a French fry, what you have to do is you take a potato, multiple potatoes actually, and you basically fry it in plant fat. Fat that has actually been sucked out of plants. It's called oil. I don't really know if you really suck it out, but it's taken out of the plant. And you fry it in oil, and that completely destroys it absolutely destroys the biology of that potato. Absolutely. And it becomes something that you can't really digest unless you're, like, maybe if you're in like a deep state of ketosis, you might be able to digest it quicker. But it's something that your body just can't digest. See, there's this thing called a fat carb, is what it is. It's not fat and it's not carbs. And you know why your body cannot burn that? It's because your body cannot be burning sugar and ketones at the same time. You can burn carbs and you can burn fat even, but when you mix them together, they don't go well, because in order to digest fat, your belly, at least from what I've experienced anyway, it should be empty of any carbs. I'm not saying that, that you can't eat like bananas and avocados on the same day, but certainly not one right after the other, because it just doesn't work. French fries, potato chips, onion rings, these are not part of a high-carb, low-fat diet. And another thing to understand about a high-carb, low-fat diet, which should mostly be coming from fruit, by the way, because fructose is the optimal sugar for the brain, not glucose, is a high-carb, low-fat diet is not the same as a high-carb, no-fat diet. You got to eat a little bit of fat. It's optimal that you get a little bit of fat, maybe from some avocados, from bananas, maybe a couple walnuts if you want to, or even lettuce. Get it from somewhere. Maybe even coconuts. I don't know. Some people, they undereat in fat, and they act like the diet don't work, and, it's ridiculous. But, yeah, potato chips. Why aren't you losing weight on potato chips? A lot of people will not get that, because potato chips, they're eating a high-carb diet, right? And they're eating potato chips. It's because potato chips aren't carbs. They're fat carbs. They're something that is a cross between a carb and a refined plant fat. It's unnatural. It's like those fat bodybuilders. Have you ever seen one of those fat bodybuilders? They got all those fucking muscles and they're all jacked and just like they're huge, but their belly's like swollen from taking too much, like, I don't know, insulin and shit. I don't know. But a potato chip